Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would share with you how I use alphabet tappets. Now I've been using these for many years and I think they create great professional looking cakes, but they can be really tricky to master. So today I thought I'd share my tips on how I use them. I'm going to be making the May the 40th be with you that I put on this cake. To make them I use the FMM uppercase alphabet and numbers set. Now the first thing you need to ensure is that you use the correct paste to make these letters. You can't just use direct fondant or sugar paste because that is too soft and you'll never get them out of the shapes. Now I like to use Renshaw's flour and modelling paste. This is what I always use for my tappets. This is because as it's a flour paste, you can roll it out really thin, which is what you need to do for these tappets. And then they'll also set hard as well. Okay, so what I've done here is I've added yellow food colouring paste to my flour paste. I've kneaded it till pliable and now I'm just going to roll it into a little sausage shape. And I'm going to start getting my rolling pin and making it flatter. And I'm just going to make sure that the width is okay for the size of the letters. And then I'm just going to keep going and just keep making it thinner and thinner. I really cannot stress how thin you need this paste to be. It's like paper thin. The thinner the better, really. Just so you know, all items used in this tutorial are listed in the description. Okay, so I'm just going to cut that in half just so I can carry on rolling it out thinner because I've run out of space. As you do roll it out, you want to keep picking it up to make sure it hasn't stuck underneath. If you do have problems with it sticking, you could use a little bit of corn flour, but if you do keep picking it up and turning it over, you should be okay. Now this paste is really thin, and I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but you can actually see my fingers through the paste. Okay, so if you've got one of these cutting tools that come with some of the alphabet cutters, this is so you can just cut out a strip where you're going to be cutting the letters out, and you can get rid of the excess and pop that back into a resealable bag for later. So it leaves, it stops less wastage basically. So now I'm just going to leave these strips for a couple of minutes to dry out, and this prevents them sticking into the tappets. Okay, so it's been a couple of minutes and I'm just going to put one to one side. I'm just going to turn the other one over just to make sure it's not sticking to the board. And then I'm going to get my alphabet tappet and I'm just going to cut out squares for each of the letters. I'm using the tappet just so I know that the letters that I'm using will fit into the squares. Now I do this to create less wastage for the paste, but also the smaller bits of modelling paste you're using, the quicker it will dry out and the less likely it will stick into your tappet. Now I always make extra letters to what I need, 3 of each, because they are very fragile and they can get broken. Okay, so I'm going to cut out the letter M and I'm just going to turn it round, pop it on top of the paste, press down and then move it around on the board, and I will feel the cutter go through and onto the board to make a nice cut. Just going to use my thumb just to make sure there's no rough edges. Do not press down so you're not pressing the paste into the tappet. Put your finger just on the edge there and just gently flick and let it down, and out the M comes. I'm just going to show how I take it off the board. So what I normally do is I just scoot it across, put it onto my offset spatula, and then I just pop it onto a foam pad. Sometimes they come out a little bit distorted, so now you can just take a modelling tool and just create it how you want it to be. So I'm just going to show you that again. Now you'll notice that they'll come out even quicker now because the paste is even drier. So move it around on the board, gently use the thumb just to make sure there's no rough edges, and then just tap it out. Just going to do that one more time. Just make sure when you use your thumb, do not press the paste into the tappet. You're just doing the edges. And there we go. And the older your paste is, or the drier your paste is, the quicker they should come out and you shouldn't have any problems. Okay, so the letters we've cut out, so it's important that you get those little bit of cutouts out first before you flick them out. So here I've got a B. I'm just going to use a modelling tool just to get the little insert, the little cutouts out, and then again we just flick out and out it comes. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a bit of troubleshooting. So you will know if your paste is too thick because when you press the letter in, it won't go in as easily, it won't hit the board as easily. But mainly, if it's a letter with a cutout, you'll notice that the cutout bit will not come out easily with your modelling tool. Then you'll know it's too thick, and then you'll try and flick it out and it won't come out. So to me, the main two reasons why they get stuck into the tappet is either the paste is too thick or I haven't left it long enough to dry, so it's too sticky. So these are the two things that you just need to troubleshoot. If it's too thick, just roll it thinner, and then just again leave it a minute or so, because when you do roll it out, it does get sticky again. Or if you think it's thin enough but it's still sticking, then you've probably not left your paste long enough. So just leave it another 60 seconds and try again. So here I've rolled out the paste to make it thinner, left it a little while. Just going to remove the middle of the A. And now it just taps out. Okay, so the more you get into the middle of the tappet, the trickier it can be to tap it out. So what I always like to do is go through the same method to begin with, press down, use my fingers just to make sure there's no rough edges, remove the excess paste, and then I like to turn the tappet round so the letter that I'm cutting out is as nearest to the end as possible. And there you can see the E flew down to the bottom of my board. This does happen a lot, they can fly everywhere. And once I've cut out all my letters, I leave them to dry on a flour foam pad. Okay, so that's how I use my alphabet tappets. I really hope that you found this tutorial useful. I have listed everything that I've used in the description below. Please don't forget to check out my other Tappit tutorials. Please comment, like and subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell. It really just helps my little channel. Thanks for watching.